the tail of the tape for this title fight.
Absolutely. Look at that reach, huh? Ojukwu has a 5-inch reach advantage at 80 total. 2 inches in height, same weight, and 7 years younger. I'm excited for this one, Pat.
Me too.
Vacant
Don't
amateur.
blink.
Don't blink. We've said it, and we've been right mostly thus far. Do not blink. Do not leave your stream. Do not go to the bathroom. To Andy for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the final amateur contest of the evening. And make some noise, because this fight is for the vacant Cage Titans Amateur Middleweight Championship, scheduled for 5 rounds, 3 minutes apiece. Introducing to you first, standing in the red corner with an amateur mixed martial arts record of 3 victories and 1 defeat. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, and he weighed in at 185 pounds. From Boston, Massachusetts, he's representing Citadel. Let's hear it for Jideofor Ojukwu. And now, introducing his opponent, standing across from him in the blue corner, holding an amateur mixed martial arts record of 3 victories and 1 defeat. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 185 pounds. From Newton, Massachusetts, he's representing FAF Gym. Let's hear it for Lorenzo Fitzgerald. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this amateur middleweight championship fight is Steve Rita.
All right, here we go. Amateur title on the line. Lorenzo in the blue corner with the black and red trunks, and Jideofor Ojukwu in the red corner with the red and black trunks. This is going to be a good one.
Nice low kicks from Fitzgerald earlier. Pumping the jab and keeping the hips low. Already wary of the takedown
Good
threat.
catch on the leg kick.
And there it is. That great catch lands for a takedown for Jideofor Ojukwu, whose top pressure is, for my money, second to none. But
Fitzgerald working to get to his feet off the cage.
Nicely done. Oh, right back down.
Right back down.
He had a good bite on that underhook, but didn't quite get the forearm deep enough in there, so Jideofor was able to sink the hips back and score another takedown against the fence.
Jideofor staying heavy. Fitzgerald with the underhook. Looks like he's using it to try to get back up. Jideofor with a crossface. Great control on top.
Lorenzo doing a pretty good job staying safe in bottom half here. Working for an underhook. Jideofor working some ground and pound from top. Trying to soften him up, maybe looking to pass.
Fitzgerald staying calm there. He's got to know what kind of trouble he's in right now, but staying composed, taking that underhook on the left side, trying to get his hips back perpendicular to the mat.
I'd like to see him attempt to use that underhook, but
Jideofor
right past
transitions right to mount.
Full mount for Jideofor Ojukwu. A lot of
Raining
posture.
down punches, yeah, good posture. Fitzgerald with the quarter guard. See if he goes for the back.
Nice hammer fists. Jideofor, knowing it's a 5-round fight, really pacing himself with it. Landing some shots, going back down, showcasing his fight IQ.
Doing a good job pummeling inside. Controlling the bicep and getting some punches off.
Getting a quick,
Great awareness on top.
quick warning from the ref to watch the fingers in the eye there.
Good shoulder pressure from Ojukwu. Fitzgerald needing to find a underhook on the left side to try to escape here.
Fitzgerald breaking that posture down.
Walking up the cage.
Back to mount.
Gives up mount while doing so.
Short shots making Fitzgerald move.
Short time here. Jideofor looking to do something with it.
Even those short shots look painful.
Fitzgerald staying calm. 10 seconds left. Let's see if he can get a few more shots in.
He's definitely taking a bunch of blows, but keeping moving. Referee Steve Rita knows there's a lot at stake in this title fight. Letting
Doing a
it
good
go.
job.
What a dominant first round.
One round down, and Fitzgerald looks like he's breathing just fine, even though he was pretty much dominated there. Looked good, keeping the distance early, but once Jideofor was able to get that first takedown, he was relentless with that top pressure, chain wrestling, and very effective with that ground and pound. Like I said, one of the best top pressures in the game from Jideofor Ojukwu, always showing improvements, and I loved the efficacy of his ground and pound.
Yeah, without a doubt.
The kicks definitely look to be a useful tool at the beginning of the exchanges, but catching that kick definitely changed that round.
When you know you have a guy that wants to grapple, wants to clinch, wants to take it to the cage, do you shy away from kicking a little?
I imagine he is going to kick a lot less coming around.
You don't want to give him that opportunity to catch the kick, pummel in, or use it as a sweep, take it to the ground, because we saw what happens when you get there.
And he caught a leg kick, so that's
Right.
timing on his end.
Right. I expect him to come out
Great
and
timing
use
by
that
him.
boxing, use his hands, try to control distance here, and not allow that to happen again this round.
And you can avoid a lot of that potential getting taken down from a leg kick. You set it up with the hands first. Get your
Yes.
opponent backing up. They can't shoot in on a takedown if they're backing up, and that's a great opportunity to switch to that kicking distance and throw those strikes. Fitzgerald looking ready, looking angry. Jideofor Ojukwu still stoic and calm.
Doubling up on the jab there.
Nice jab from Fitzgerald. Return from Ojukwu.
Still working that calf kick.
Inside with it too. Oh, a back
Ooh,
fist
good
landed.
spinning back fist.
Right in front of us.
Go for a good timing on that shot. Just
Martina.
got the hands up.
Martina showing off her balance there. A photographer, wonderful photographer.
Just got the S grip in the back and
Yeah, hands are clasped under the
Wizard, get through that arm, Lorenzo. Look, drop your hips, you gotta get low, turn away. There you go, Lorenzo. Wizard, push his head down. You can push his head down too, Lorenzo. Stuff
the hips of Fitzgerald
Now he's back to a single here.
doing work, preventing Jideofor Ojukwu from finishing this takedown, but he's switching from single to double to single to double.
Don't let him, you gotta open up your stance, Lorenzo. There you go, look. Stay on your feet, Lorenzo.
And a successful takedown for Jideofor Ojukwu against the cage.
Get to your feet.
Right to the back, but he's back up with a whizzer.
There you go, Lorenzo.
And this is the grind, man. This is what's gonna really test your cardio and test your will, is these clinch battles, especially against the cage. Nice knee up the middle from Lorenzo Fitzgerald. Jideofor Ojukwu digging for a second underhook here.
Dirty box him, Lorenzo. Dirty box him, find space.
doing a good job keeping his hips away in the clinch.
And good head pressure, too, from Fitzgerald, keeping that wrestling distance in his favor.
Yeah, Jideofor slowing down a little bit. You wonder how much he expended there going for that takedown against the cage.
Nice knee to the body and then returned.
As Andy mentioned, that is grueling, exhausting, and probably the most exhausting part of MMA.
Especially when it gets blocked, because you put all that effort in.
Yeah.
Mentally, that does wear on you.
With no reward, yeah.
Nice
But he is
knees.
still with an underhook there.
Keep pummeling, Lorenzo. Lorenzo, keep
And maybe he's kind of using this time to just kind of get his breath back, knowing it's a 5-round fight. Like when he had that ground and pound opportunity in round one, a lot of inexperienced guys would have gone for broke and really hammered in all the power shots and might have gassed themselves a bit. But Jideofor Ojukwu not doing that, staying economic in his ground and pound, and moving backwards, but still throwing really fast, straight punches on the counters. And Fitzgerald starting to stalk here and piece together some jabs.
A
Fitzgerald
shot
did
of
a
his
shot
own.
of his own with a double.
Oh,
Lands it.
big double leg. That's a good way to end the round. 2.
Wow, that's didn't expect that. He's saying, "Oh, you want to wrestle?" I can wrestle. I'll lay on 2 takedowns in the last 10 seconds of
Two
the
big
round.
slams. Two big slams.
High amplitude takedowns, closing out round 2 for Lorenzo Fitzgerald, showing his complete facet of skills.
I'm not a judge, but that might have been Lorenzo's way of saying this round's close and I want to go steal it.
Yeah, very well could have been, especially with the amplitude of those takedowns, because takedowns aren't supposed to score as much nowadays in this new era of MMA unless you
do
work
something
with
with
them.
it, yep.
But if you lift someone up 5-6 feet off the ground and let gravity do the rest, not much sucks worse. Like, if I had to choose between getting taken down, even if it's a low amplitude takedown, and getting a couple jabs to the face, just jab me. I don't want to get back up. Even though it doesn't do damage, it still should score in MMA, and Fitzgerald really putting an exclamation point on that round in the eyes of the judges, most likely. But Jideofor Ojukwu is a tank of tanks.
If nothing else, judges are human. It's gonna be very easy to remember those 2 big takedowns at the end of the second round there when you're writing your score down.
Yeah, and since it happened at the end of the round, it's much more fresh in the memory.
Right.
Round 3. Fitzgerald implementing some head movement here. Nice. What's going on?
Looks like the glove.
Oh, his thumb came out of the glove. Now it's good. It happens.
Good on the ref for seeing that.
Steve Rita, the eyes of an eagle.
He is well seasoned.
He's all over the place.
Also makes incredible American flag.
Certainly does.
Good plug. Yes, he does. Like
Great
wooden
woodwork.
wall-hung American flags and stuff, right?
That was a good jab that snuck through.
Yeah, Fitzgerald doubling up on it too.
Fitzgerald found a home for the jab.
Nice low kick from Jideofor.
Jideofor answers with another jab of his own.
Utilizing that boxing now. He looks to shoot again. Maybe he liked those takedowns. He ended round 2.
Well, good hips from Jideofor to sprawl back and build a frame with his forearms to prevent that takedown from going anywhere. Now they're back in this clinch, and again, this is as grueling as it gets in this
Beautiful
Nice knee on
knee.
the break. Beautiful. There's that kick again.
Caught.
Great sprawl.
Yep.
Yeah, he was able to defend the takedown coming in that time.
Jideofor's awareness is unbelievable.
It's uncanny. He's just built to fight. His whole mindset about it, just being the timing of all of his little movements in the grappling and the striking exchange is very impressive. But Fitzgerald, even with that long layoff in MMA, coming in looking very seasoned, like he hasn't taken any time off at all. Jideofor fought in 2021 to stay fresh. Fitzgerald, it's been 5 years.
Showing no signs of any rust there.
No, not at all. Good hand control. Using almost a cross grip.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Such evenly matched fight.
They're just like 2 bison just locked horns in the middle.
Both guys are moving, so they can't break it up. Both guys are trying.
You ever see those videos like 2 moose fighting out in the neighborhood and they're just like crashing into trucks and running into mailboxes and there's nothing anybody, this is kind of what's happening right here. They're just locked in that collar tie.
Nice uppercut on the break
Nice
there,
uppercut.
but Jideofor responds.
Yeah, nice right hand from
Right
Jideofor.
hand,
and a
left
good,
hook.
good left hook from Jideofor. Yeah,
Starting to see more punches. We were just seeing a jab for a little bit.
Good
bite.
entry.
Good sprawl. It's deep on that single, though. Good hips.
He's looking to lock his hands on that double there on the cage. And he does. It looks like he has them locked.
Oh, he might be stealing around with a big takedown at the end of round 3. Is Jideofor Ojukwu. And we go into the championship rounds after this minute break in between rounds 3 and 4. Another close round. I thought Fitzgerald was doing a good job landing the more effective shots at range, and then that clinch was just grueling. And then Jideofor Ojukwu taking a page out of Lorenzo Fitzgerald's book, scoring a big-time slam at the end of the round.
That's right. Another close round. Topped off with a nice double leg takedown at the end.
What adjustments do you think both of these guys need to make going into these championship rounds?
I would like to see more volume from both guys. But Fitzgerald, his jab has been landing. I would like to see him throw something after that jab. You know, and I think he did a good job throwing some takedowns in there, making Jideofor think about that. But it's no secret. Jideofor wants to get him down to the ground. So maybe throwing some more strikes, set those takedowns up.
Cage doors locked behind him. We're getting ready for championship rounds. Round 4 set to begin. Lorenzo right back on that jab.
Another nice jab from Fitzgerald. Oh, catching to Jideofor coming in. He's doing a good job slipping off of Jideofor's jab and landing his own.
I would like to see a follow-up.
Yeah.
He's definitely found a home for that jab. Yeah, starting to throw a little more. And you know what? He's not over-committing to his punches. He's just placing them there.
He doesn't want to get taken down.
Yeah,
He's
he
doing
knows.
that.
Really smart on his end.
Catching him right on the end. Just pop, pop, pop. Not burning too much of the gas tank. Now changing levels, pumping the jab to the body.
Nice counter. Both guys throwing now.
Yeah, Jideofor getting his jab off now too.
Jideofor's corner not happy.
Lionel Boogs Young getting emotional in there.
Trying to motivate his fighter.
Yeah. All right, these are the championship rounds, and so far Fitzgerald taking the center, but nice right hand fire back from Ojukwu.
Yep, Lorenzo doing a good job keeping the center of the cage.
Ooh, ooh.
That's where he wants to be, because now Jideofor can't use the cage to set up his takedowns. He can't. He has room to sprawl. He can defend there.
Nice.
Right on cue.
Yep.
Just as you said.
But now he takes the center of the cage and he's able to push him back to it. Now he can work for a takedown.
Our final amateur fight of the evening.
Good pummeling, getting off the cage.
But it's the same length as a pro fight. 5 3-minute rounds. This is the final test to see if you're ready as a fighter to move on to the next step of the MMA career. And these guys are putting on one hell of a pace here through 4. Nice knee from Jideofor.
Both guys pummeling back and forth. Oh,
Nice
nice
right
knee
hand.
on the break.
Nice way to sit behind the jab there.
Yeah, both guys are kind of landing at the same time, but
Sprawl in the middle.
Fitzgerald seems to have
Got the
just
chin. He's got
little,
a good grip on the chin.
a little bit more pop on the shots of Fitzgerald from what I'm seeing here. Ooh, nice uppercut.
Well, when you carry that much muscle, the blood rushing to him really weighs on you, especially when you're wrestling heavy like he was in the earlier rounds.
That lactic acid buildup doesn't go away for a while. So very much so, cardio could be playing a factor of both of these guys, but it's been a grueling pace of clinch work through a lot of the first 4 rounds. And man, Jideofor Ojukwu definitely won that first round, the most dominant round of the fight thus far. Every single round thus since then has been close, back and forth, little subtle momentum shifts in the clinch. But I gotta be really impressed with Fitzgerald's timing on all of his shots. He doesn't want to get too aggressive and get taken
Especially
down
last
again.
round, yeah.
But I think he started coming away with the numbers there in the striking realm.
Last
in that
round, I think he really got to display his striking. And
Just like Pat said, Fitzgerald's doing a good job of just placing his shots. He's scoring, he's landing punches,
Yep.
but he's not overextending. He's not really giving Jideofor an opening to shoot under off of an overextended 2 or anything that he misses big on.
the final round.
Doomsday Howard is fired up.
Both
So
guys
is
eager
Lionel
to get
Brooks in
after
the other
it.
corner.
Fifth and final round to
Both
determine who
at
is
stake.
going to walk away the champion. Nice 1-2 from Fitzgerald.
A little bit of a pop in both of their steps. I wonder if they were saving some for the final round here.
Very well could have been.
Yeah. Like you said, Jideofor's doing a good job at energy management early on.
Getting slippery in there.
Yep. Good snap down, but he wasn't able to score on it.
Like moose hooves on concrete.
Great parrying from
Or the
Fitzgerald.
ice.
He's doing a phenomenal job parrying that jab.
Right as that jab comes in too, that one landed, but right before that, Fitzgerald's head moves just off the center line so that Jideofor's jab goes right by it.
And Jideofor's really starting to sit into these punches now. Some of those jabs were making Fitzgerald blink. Great job controlling the wrist and throwing the free hand from Ojukwu. Nice inside kick.
You're right, Pat. I'd like to see Fitzgerald open up on a little bit of a combo, but you got to think the takedown's in the back of his mind here. He's happy with fighting behind the jab.
I mean, he is touching, and those do add up. And I'm not saying they're not powerful, but you know, it's a good game plan on his end, and it shows how high his fight IQ is.
Yeah, the amateur title fight.
Great
Clearly,
timing.
these guys have the experience.
Beautiful sprawl.
But you could mistake this for a pro fight, certainly, as well.
Oh, yeah. Such a close fight.
Nice knee right to the breadbasket from Ojukwu.
It very well could be 2-2 right now in the judge's eyes.
I have no idea how this one could be scored. Might have been a clash of heads there, but they don't mind.
Both guys not showing any wear on that one.
Ojukwu was just good at just changing the grips, passing the hand. But the hips of Fitzgerald. Oh, nice right hand. Beautiful combination from Jideofor. Fitzgerald's hips are impressing the hell out of me. After that first round getting taken down, he's been able to nullify most of the wrestling attack.
Look at those grips, too.
Even when Jideofor's
that cross
in deep.
grip. He's really shutting down a lot with that cross grip.
Yes.
15 seconds left in this amateur title fight here.
Both guys throwing heavy knees.
Very evenly matched. Again with the matchmaking. Great job tonight.
Outstanding title fight. They go the distance to Lorenzo Fitzgerald and Jideofor Ojukwu. A tale of 5 rounds. Ojukwu starting off hot with the lethal ground and pound and dominant wrestling, and then back and forth clinch battles, boxing exchanges, changing of ranges, tremendous fight, high-level amateur matchup. We'll see who's the champion after this and ready to take the next step towards the pro ranks.
As both guys are paraded around the octagon here for a job well done. Andy's going to grab the results and let us all know.
Very close fight.
I don't know.
Either guy is deserving. Either guy is deserving.
Yeah, I don't think you can be mad either way here. I mean, let's see it again. Let's run it back in June. The judges putting their final stamp on this one. Fitzgerald happy with his performance. Seems to believe he has it.
Does. Both guys confident.
For whatever you hold this weight in, my good friend Kin has it Jideofor 3-2 as far as the rounds go. He may be right. We'll see in a moment.
Kin's very experienced too.
Kin knows what he's looking at.
That's for sure.
probably gonna be mad I name dropped him, but that's okay.
You've been name dropping him all night.
Two absolutely massive human beings.
Yeah.
I mean, they are massive.
Ripped up,
Yeah.
too.
As Andy makes his way to the cage with the official results, he gives me a wink, but I don't know what that means. And to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it going for these two. After 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Dave Ginsburg scores this contest 47-47. Judge Michael Mena scores this contest 48-46 for Jideofor Ojukwu. And Judge Jason Grenier scores this contest 49-46, giving you your winner by majority decision and new amateur middleweight cage titans champion, Jideofor Ojukwu.
Awesome reaction.
Awesome reaction. Pure.
Yeah.
Genuine, real.